Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And sincere shalom to the 144,000 and one third. Now this dock strike is official. It's starting to actually happen. It's actually happening. So with this dock strike, the U.S. economy is going to lose billions weekly from this strike. Weekly, billions weekly. I think it's billions every day or a billion a day. I can't remember exactly, but this is going to cripple the economy. They say if it goes on longer than a few weeks. Yeah, 5 billion a day. So this is a big blow to Babylon the Great, man. And you know why they're doing this? This is a part of them going against the beast system, right? Literally though, this is actually them, because the main reason they're on strike is to protect themselves from automation. And that automation is what? That AI technology, which is a part of what? That MOTB. U.S. East Coast and Gulf Coast dock workers began their first large-scale strike in nearly 50 years, 1977, on Tuesday, halting the flow of about half the country's ocean shipping after negotiations for a new labor contract broke down over wages. And is mainly going into automation too. The ILA union, which represents 45,000 port workers, has been negotiating with the U.S. Maritime Alliance employer group for a new 6-year contract ahead of a midnight Monday deadline. So that they didn't like the contract. So now they're on strike. I just saw a video on Twitter. See if I can pull it up. I don't think you'll be able to hear if I play it, but I'll give the name of the Twitter handle. You can just look it up yourself. It is hold on, my Twitter's acting up. You know, lately my Twitter has been, something's been wrong with my Twitter. It loads slow? I don't know if I'm the only one going through this. Let's see if it loads. Twitter page. It's taking a while. I think I can see it from the URL. So John Lefevre. So JOHNLEFEVRE. And the L and the F are capital. And Lefevre, if I'm pronouncing that right. And he's, I think, the CEO of what's going on. And he's saying that he can cripple this country and he should just get the contracts ready for these people. Who knows how it's going to play out? I don't want Ratazah just makes this place collapse harder. So let's get 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. The 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So this is an uproar. This is an uproar right here. ILA workers over machines. Defend our jobs and rights. This is an uproar. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High, Yahweh, spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So all of this has been programmed into society. This is a programming. And I see, man, there's so many videos of Jake getting scared. Jake getting scared, man. Specifically so-called blacks. They getting scared. They freaking out. They freaking out because they don't know who to call on. They don't know who's going to have their back in these times. Because you see Esau, a lot of these Edomites that are seeing what's going on and are preparing for basically Jacob's trouble, right? They got land, they got thermal scopes, right? They got homesteads, they got booby traps, they got all that. Esau got weaponry because Esau got money because he's in power, he's in authority. Let's get Proverbs, the 1st chapter, and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit into you, and I will make my words known. I will make known my words unto you. How is that being done? Through the preaching of the gospel, of the truth. That's how it's being done. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. So, you Israelites, man, you 2/3, you're not going to regard the Heavenly Father. You're just going to get scared and rely on yourselves or the fucking devil who put you in this position, carnally, so to speak, right? Because of course it was the Heavenly Father himself, but he used these Edomites to do it. Verse 25, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So the Heavenly Father is going to be sadistic about you damn 2/3 getting fucked up out here. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. So you're going to have some Israelites that know the names, that know the truth, right? You're going to have a lot of Israelites in that day calling on Yahweh by Shem El Shai. And it's not going to work. But they, let me reread that, verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fools shall destroy them. And that's you fucking Edomites, man. These Edomites are going to really fuck up Jake out here. Race wars, city versus city. But whoso, Salakia, what the Psalms 150, final verse. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, the elect, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. So the elect aren't going to be fucked up out here. The elect is going to make it through it. Now, of course, you're going to have mortars, but for the most part, the elect are going to make it through this, man. This evil. Now, let's go into this right here. Israeli forces have carried out raids in Lebanon for months, military says. So these small hats, these gutter rats, been out here putting in work in Lebanon for a while now. Of course, the official full-blown invasion has been announced and proclaimed the past, day or so this has been going on. Our soldiers entered Hezbollah's underground infrastructure, which I think Iran built for them. Exposed Hezbollah's hidden weapons caches. It seized and destroyed the weapons, including advanced Iranian-made weapons. So Iran is what? This is Hezbollah is an Iran-backed proxy. And Iran is getting involved too now. We'll get into that. Let's get Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Because the U.S. is sending troops now. Not now, but they've been sending troops, but they're ramping it up. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. So the small hats are going to have Babylonians army go over there in West Asia and get fucked up. And Babylon the Great going to get fucked up too with them ICBM missiles and all the other nuclear weapons that's going to hit this place and all the other missiles. This place is going to get annihilated. And the small hats is going to be the main component to that. And our land is going to get wiped clean too, because it's polluted by these damn devils. Let's get Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36 and 1. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate, it swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. And who did this? The Edomites, man. Verse 5. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. So this is the Edomites, man, that's done this madness. And guess what? You have heathens over there too, right? The Palestinians, which are none but Ishmael, all right? Palestine, the real Palestinians are so-called Africans, man. Because Palestinian is just another way of saying Philistine, the Philistinians, all right? Now let's get to this right here. And then Ezekiel 36 is also connected to Joel, the 3rd chapter. Small Hats vows response after Iran hits it with its salvo of ballistic missiles. Hundreds of ballistic missiles hit, and supposedly they wiped out some military bases. Iran fired a salvo of ballistic missiles at the Small Hats on Tuesday in retaliation for the Small Hats campaign against Tehran's Hezbollah allies in Lebanon, drawing vows of a sharp response from both the Small Hats and Babylon the Great. Alarms sounded across the Small Hats, and explosions could be heard in Jerusalem in the Jordan River Valley. Small Hats piled into bomb shelters, and supposedly is in the millions because they're scared, right? Further confirmation that they're not the people of the Lord, but they're the Edomites, the chief tribe of Edomites, in fact, Amalek. And reporters on state television lay flat on the ground during live broadcasts, so they're scared. More than 180 missiles were launched into our land, the Holy Land, from Iran, and the Small Hats defense system were activated to intercept them. And of course, they're going to lie and not talk about. Oh, wait, check it out right here. Its forces used hypersonic Fatah missiles for the first time, and 90% of the missiles successfully hit their targets. This is a big deal, because now they're saying 90% hit, because usually when these missiles come and the drones come, they try to downplay it, right? Now they're saying 90% of the missiles hit. So this is that Iron Dome, like a Canadian prepper says, is now the paper dome, because only 10% missed. They're reporting, so it could have been 100%, because you know how Esau gets down. But let's go with that 90% hit the target. Guess what? Them Small Hats are scared. In Russia, the chief prince Rashar is what? Rashar, chief prince. What is going into that, man? Russia's a Hebrew word. But guess what? They gonna get involved too. And Turkey gonna get involved. And those North African and East African countries are going to get involved. And they're going to come against Babylon the Great in these Small Hats. And they're going to annihilate them with nuclear weaponry, spearheaded by Russia. Now let's get Joel 3. Actually, before I get Joel 3, I'm going to get 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 27. And it reads, "For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, in horrible vision, and appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. That all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmenians," so what? These are the Iranians, man. "Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians." And that's what? Assyrians, that's talking about Babylon the Great. All right, so it's going to get busy. This is not going to turn down. It's going to keep going up. It may stay steady. It'll stay steady potentially, but it's not going to turn down, man. It's going to keep going up. Because this is what the Heavenly Father wants to bring upon the earth, to usher in that kingdom, the return of Yahushua, and establishment of righteousness on the earth. I'm going to end this off in Joel, the 3rd chapter. Verse 1, "For behold, in those days In that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, so we're being brought out of captivity, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So that's the scriptures, that's our land, all right, our artifacts, our relics, and us as a people, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right, so that's the main part right there. Parted the land. Who? Those Ishmaelites. All right, and those small hats. Verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So this is what's going on.